Project Zomboid is going to be even greater this year. NPCs with RimWorld-style priority and job system, with their own personalities, procedural story events, combat, autonomous survival behaviors, advanced group systems, capable of vehicle driving, and a whole bunch more. You'll be able to create your own post-apocalypse new medieval community. Build up to the point that Alexandria, Hilltop, Kingdom-style communities can form years after the apocalypse. Alongside this, the next update will focus on providing a more rich endgame experience. The developers have released a new blog post today, filled with news about what's coming next after the remaining multiplayer issues have been fixed and Build 41 is polished. Going forward, they are going to structure the game's development into two different teams, with General Arcade improving and optimizing multiplayer in the meantime. One team will focus exclusively on NPC development. The second team will work on a big content patch before the NPC work is complete. Also, the devs released this graphic chart. You can see that NPCs will be worked on at all times, uninterrupted, and will be coming out as quickly as possible. The big content update before the NPCs will focus on balancing a lot of the existing mechanics, trades, professions, skills, medical system, loot, and other areas of the game. The point is to make more character builds valuable. Alongside this, it will begin the expansion of the tech tree to provide a more rich endgame experience, allowing players and communities the ability to create more items that at present can only be obtained through looting. Wanna be the person who makes clothes and sells them to a neighboring settlement? Build brick walls and create something that resembles an actual house? Maybe even build a windmill? You could do it. You could be that person. I quote, "Our ultimate goal is to provide significantly extra crafting potential to allow players to effectively create a post-apocalypse new medieval community. Ultimately, to build up to the point that Alexandria, Hilltop, Kingdom-style communities can form years after the apocalypse. The hope is to allow for a much greater level of community building and facilitate trade and potentially years of stories and rich history from within a single world. These professions and tech trees will be gated and require specialization, often in more complex crafting paths that require pre-apocalypse skills. The amount of unlockable recipes through books, magazines, and VHS will be increased. Furthermore, we'll be introducing crafting surfaces to further restrict where some crafting recipes can be used. For example, some requiring specific tables or equipment. This will add an extra level to crafting, as making a place suitable for more complex multi-stage recipes and potentially upgrading your crafting station will become a more fulfilling experience than just standing in the middle of nowhere. In addition, they're working on seated and reclining characters, alongside expanding in-game events and tying them to the map. Build 43 will be the first version of NPCs. The devs are still discussing what would make the most satisfying and manageable first build. They say it could include autonomous NPCs that the player can group with. It could reintroduce the story mode, or maybe it would have NPCs animals. Also, they have some big plans for a gun mechanics rework at some point, to provide a more solid gunplay experience that will make guns require more player skill elements. I can't even begin to express how excited I am for all of this. I wish nothing but the best for the devs and hope the game continues to grow. If you haven't tried a Project Zomboid yet, I've made a video overview showcasing why the game is so amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.